Hello and welcome to another Making Money Moves 101 episode. Sam Bankman-Fried founded a cryptocurrency hedge fund and exchange worth $37 billion. It received investments from major players like BlackRock and celebrity endorsements like Graham Stephan and many others, but in the end, it turned out to be a Ponzi scheme run by Sam, his girlfriend, and a group of their friends in the Bahamas. When we last left Sam, he was under police surveillance in the Bahamas and still tweeting about making amends. So, when the initial shock of the bankruptcy and the crazy tale leading up to it subsided, FTX's new CEO John Ray III carefully examined their records. What he discovered was incredible. According to his report, it was basically a chaotic, fraudulent mess. In his 40 years of experience, John would claim, "Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such a complete absence of trustworthy financial information. The concentration of control in the hands of a very small group of inexperienced, unsophisticated, and potentially compromised individuals. This situation is unprecedented." That is saying a lot considering John was instrumental in resolving Enron's bankruptcy in 2001.
Yeah, so part of the issue that John Ray, the new CEO, has talked about is how messy the accounting was. So keeping track of these assets, whether they're in Bahamas or in the U.S., and who has the right to really oversee those is one of the issues, and it goes back to the beginning days of FTX and sort of the mismanagement as John Ray has described it. And nobody really knows where the assets are at this point, so they're trying to untangle this web at the moment.
To find out what exactly caused it to be so bad, hold on to your pants. Here are some highlights from the 30-page report. 1. Employees submitted payment requests over chat, and any manager would approve or deny those reimbursements with an emoji number. 2. FTX didn't even know how much cash it had on hand or how many people even worked for the company. Sam received a $1 billion personal loan from Alameda Research, while FTX reportedly obtained $450 million from a number of influential investors, according to the Wall Street Journal. Sam claimed that while in reality $300 million of that money was siphoned off to Sam. Number 3, very few records were kept, and the majority of decisions were made over chat, with the messages being automatically deleted after a set period of time, despite the fact that this was supposed to help the business grow and allow them to engage more with regulators. The 4th, the majority of FTX's subsidiaries and the firm, which is valued at $32 billion, did not hold board meetings. Additionally, the management of the company had no notion of the amount of cash on hand at any given moment or even where it was all located. The 6th, without adequate documentation of how they spent their time, certain employees cannot be located since FTX did not maintain proper records of who they employed. Contractors and employees mixed throughout the various companies. 7th, company funds were used to buy personal real estate, and employees and executives put their names on the houses they bought with company money, according to sources. In addition, sources claim that several of FTX's luxury properties in the Bahamas were bought with 50 FTX and 50 FTT stock. More recent information indicates that over the past 2 years, Sam's parents and senior executives spent $300 million on luxury properties in the Bahamas. Sam sent investors a document that was too good to pass up. It was a spreadsheet that showed that FTX had $5.5 billion in less liquid crypto tokens as of September 2022, but the real value of those tokens was only $659,000. At this point, one major question remains: how did so many of the smartest people fall for this? Aside from the financial sector being driven by a mania from low interest rates and cheap money, according to Fortune, Sam would send investors a document that was class action lawsuits against FTX, and the celebrity promoters are escalating in the wake of the weekend revelation that the cryptocurrency exchange owes its 50 largest creditors more than $3 billion.
To the latest around FTX, a court filing over the weekend showing the crypto exchange owes its 50 largest creditors more than $3 billion.
Among the famous people are Tom Brady and Shaquille O'Neal. According to a complaint brought by Adam Moskowitz, who is an attorney, the FTX platform, which the FTX firms operated, was actually a Ponzi scheme in which the FTX entities divided client funds among themselves. Opaque. It continues by stating that FTX uses some of the top celebrities in sports and entertainment to raise money and persuade American customers to join in the Ponzi scheme by using new investor funds received through investments and loans to pay interest to the old ones.
According to the news outlet, several venture capital firms are also thinking about suing Sam on November 20th, 2020.
The U.S. House Committee on Financial Services is scheduled to hold hearings on the FTX disaster in December, and Sam Bankman-Fried is scheduled to testify. However, Maxine Waters, who will preside over the hearing, appears to be cozy with Sam, and the two met before the collapse in April 2022 to discuss crypto among other things. What about the potential for government corruption? Gary Gensler and Sam recently had a 45-minute phone call to discuss a new trading platform that was supposed to be approved by the SEC. This behavior has been referred to as unusual by people familiar with the situation, and John Deaton has started a petition to look into the relationships between Gary and Sam. According to Fortune, Gary is quoted as being in a corner because insiders in Washington, D.C. believe he will be questioned by Congress. In order to ascertain whether Sam Bankman's $37 million in political contributions to Democrats may have put pressure on regulators to be lenient with FTX, U.S. Senator Josh Hawley has also demanded that top Democrats and Biden officials release emails regarding FTX Alameda Research and Sam Bankman's release. Whether anything actually comes from all of this, as well as whether the victims will receive their money back, remains to be seen. Robert Frenchman is a partner at the New York. There are some late messages between Sam and a Vox reporter in which Sam admits that his attempts to appear moral during the company's heyday were, quote, a dumb woke game we Westerners play where we say all the rig is off. John Ray, who is currently reviewing the books of Sam's empire, claims that there isn't even a single document detailing all the companies deposited, so really it's not looking great. Some people may get funds back, but it's likely to be cents on the dollar, and Sam was granted a personal loan of $1 billion. If billions of dollars of customer money hadn't been spent, this whole situation would have been fairly humorous. Important decisions were made through chat and deleted, there were no board meetings, and the corporation had no idea who even worked there or how much money they had. With Gemini being the most recent, failures of other cryptocurrency companies are expected to occur in the future. If any more significant news is released and you guys are interested in knowing about it, I might still make another episode. I believe that concludes the narrative for today. Oh, and Sam was discovered last week wandering aimlessly in the Bahamas.
Sammy, oh Sammy my boy, you may want to be careful out there, buddy. There's a lot of people that you pissed the fuck off, my boy. You may want to take some precautionary.
You can already see some pretty stark differences, guys, here on the island as FTX unwinds. The lit up sign that said FTX when we were here back in August, that's gone. We also stopped by FTX headquarters. That parking lot was essentially empty. Security guards shoot us away pretty quickly. We also saw a car leaving those offices with 4 young people. We couldn't confirm that they were indeed FTX employees, but they rolled up the window, wouldn't talk to us, wouldn't make eye contact, and sped away pretty quickly.
Don't forget to let us know what you think about this whole situation in the comments section, and subscribe. It's free and helps the channel out. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon for the next episode.